Well, this is a slope that just goes off down the hill, and as you can see, we got knee-high oaks out here. And I'm working under the old live oak that has spread out, consumed the corner of old stone blocks that would have served as a foundation. Just got back this out of the dirt. I believe that it is a back of a clock. Waterbury clock something, USA, with the little moon. So, back of a clock. Dug this. It is heavy. Looks like pounded, handmade. I think I see the grab marks on it where they bent that around. It is all one piece, heavy and solid. And it goes down into a split something, and that's the whole deal. Any idea? Let me know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe it was the front of a wagon. Maybe that's where you attached, and then that ran back and went underneath it, and it was the tow hitch type of thing. It's also here in the little flat spot where the modern tank is, and I feel like probably there was always a little water tank here. And the ground is just absolutely sharded. Charterized. Okay, more fluids. This was reading up a 15. Here's what that is. That's us. It's gotta be, right? Doesn't that look military? US? It's heavy. That all cleaned up. It would have had gold gilding. There would have been the attachment points on the back. And I couldn't decide what era of the military this was from. If anybody knows, I'd like to know the branch. I'm assuming probably Army. I don't know if there is more to this that is missing now. Looks like maybe it had another letter, and I don't know what era. So, not sure if this is super old, Civil War, or all the way, up until present, what styles they went through. So I apologize for not having researched that better, but there are a lot of military badges for every branch, and they're all semi-similar. So if anybody recognizes that as a specific era, let me know. Okay, back to it. See the weird stuff that you can find metal detecting? It is crazy. You never know. I'm looking at shards that are from the 1800s, and glass all over the ground, and square nails, and modern stuff, and pots and pans, and that's just visually. Purple glass. Still just under this one little tree. The quest for details goes on. Okay, I almost tossed this out. Thinking that it was just a rusty thing, but it was making such a good noise, and then I slowed down and looked at it, and let me show you what I see. You notice it's got a little attachment there. So what is that? Let me clean it up a little bit. This oak I cleaned up to this point, but it saw a lot of damage from the fire at some point. Maybe the recent one, or maybe when they were burning the dump. It says Worth and Jackins 339 Kearney Street, San Francisco. So that's cool. It's got that on there. It's got a flag with one star showing. It's got oak leaves up here. It's got grapes on there. It says Calistoga, September something, 1904. and Hot Springs, Calistoga. Almost looks like Indian Springs there. And then NSGW, which is the Native Sons of the Golden West. And the grapes on there, so those grapes are early on. I mean, Christian Brothers, Freemark Abbey, a couple of other places growing grapes, but it wasn't a grape valley at that point. This is pre-Mondavi and all of that. We would have been orchards. So yeah, really cool. Looks like it had 2 attachment points, one here and one here. And not sure why that was made. Maybe a fob of some sort, but you know, like something that you would get when you were there in 1904 as a trinket. Not sure. And it's light. Feels like very thin silver or some sort of pot metal. Maybe like a nickel. I don't know. They had different alloys early on besides just aluminum. So pretty cool. Let's get back to it. But that would be a day maker right there. It's high grass out here. Right on the surface though. A little piece of some sort of suspender. Probably hosiery. Ever ready. Patent pending. Maybe a cigarette holder or something? I don't know. Matches in the middle. So here's this. I think it might be. It says ever ready, patent pending, made in the USA. Kind of looks like maybe it could hold. See, it's super thin and kind of popped its little crimping on that side. But I was picturing maybe like a top piece that's somehow like a little flap that closed down over this. I was thinking maybe they were for shorter filterless cigarettes and matches there in the middle. Can't imagine what else it would be in. It just reminds me of that 1920s to 1940s like cigarette era. And I've been all out through here. Didn't find anything but ammunition. There is a massive target field here, so I think this is like maybe had some sheds or something through the little break in the wall. Before the field, you can see the propellers over here of the old windmill that comes up from the spring and actually pumps the water over this hill here to feed the spring on the other side that was on the road. In the wall everywhere here, I'm realizing that there's stuff leaned up into it. Farm equipment. We believe that this was the old vineyard out here. That's why it looks cleared out and stuff. It was one of the old vineyards. So, long gone. And look at this huge, thick piece of metal. And it says 13 Oliver chilled. And then on here, Oliver chilled plow works. That says right now, maybe you can Smithsend something USA. It says patent February 04, so 1904. And yeah, big old cool thing, some sort of fin for furrowing, you know, throwing the dirt up into the mounds and ditches when you see that in rows. It looks like something that would tail into the dirt and spit stuff out. So you can tell people hung out by this big old wall. And
dead tree behind you?
Yeah.
You can see my whole...
Yeah, there are a lot of signals. I went all out through here and there's nothing in all of this area. But over here there's definitely a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I see that there is little pieces of plow and stuff stuck in the wall here. So this might have been like the sheds at the edge of the field, you know, right beyond the gap. I almost think that they tore the wall open to like make the more modern thing in the 40s, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
And then this was probably sheds that are gone Now, or at least where the tractors were parked, you know. Doing the far wander now. Just got this. It's an old knife. It made a good signal. And the toys go winding down. Getting tired. Just pulled that out of right there. It was probably already on this wall once and fell down in, but that's a cool old axe. It's got a cool shape to it. It's my third head for the day. I'm leaving them here because they're part of the decor of the property. There's a buckle. I think there was a big old barn up here at the top of the hill overlooking everything. There's a big, huge rock wall. Oh, look at that buckle though. Belly buckle. Working my way along this big rock wall here. Massive stones. And just got a signal. And looks like a butter spreader from back in the day. Ooh. One's got some prettiness to it. Can't read what it says yet. We'll bring it home though. Probably plated. Not bad though. We're winding down here. Literally, right here. What is the signal on this? 17. Looking for Indians. So, still haven't found my first Indian head ever. Look what just popped out. Some sort of eagle of some sort. Let me clean this up and see what's going on. What? Look at that. I don't know what that is. It is made out of pewter. It is old looking and heavy. It says FOE. It's an eagle on a branch, it looks like. I don't even know. We'll have to research that for sure. I want to be real careful with it. It's like a crumbly pewter, lead. No, not lead, probably pewter. Wow. Okay. Faux. So, just got this out of the same general area. Really very little garbage out here and mostly old stuff. It's gotta be silver. And it's freaking gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
It says member on it.
What's up, boy? Good job.
Okay, so this and this actually go together. And this is what I found out about FOE. I thought it was military at first, but turns out Eagles, an international non-profit organization, unites fraternity and the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality to make human life more desirable by lessening its ills and by promoting peace, prosperity, and gladness and hope. The Fraternal Order of Eagles was founded on February 6, 1898. The organization was formed by 6 theater owners sitting on a pile of lumber in Moran's shipyard in Seattle, Washington. They were competitors who had come together to discuss a musicians' strike. After deciding how to handle the strike, they agreed to bury the hatchet and form an organization dubbed the Order of Good Things. Early meetings were held on local theater stages, and after taking care of business, attendees rolled out a keg of beer and enjoyed social time. As numbers grew, participants selected the bald eagle as the official emblem and changed the name to the Fraternal Order of Eagles. In April 1898, the membership formed the Grand Airy. secured a charter and developed a constitution and bylaws, with John Court elected the Eagles' first president. Touring theater groups were credited with much of the Eagles' rapid growth. Most early members were actors, stagehands, and playwrights, who carried the Eagles' story as they toured across the United States and Canada. The organization's appeal is also attributed to its funeral benefits. No eagle has ever been known to be buried in a potter's field, the provision of an airy physician, and other membership benefits. The Eagles pushed for the founding of Mother's Day, provided the impetus for Social Security, and pushed to end job discrimination based on age. The Eagles have provided support for medical centers across the United States and Canada to build and provide research on medical conditions. Every year they raise millions of dollars to combat cancer, help children with disabilities, and uplift the aged and infirm. Doesn't sound that horrible. Yeah. We have both pieces, and you saw what this would look like in brand new condition, and I think that that is an incredible little chunk of history there. This is probably silver here on the top, and this feels like it was a painted pewter. This feels like it was a painted pewter. Okay, let's get back to digging, but yeah, what a killer day. Look at that, that charge is going home with us. Found in the same area. Crazy. Okay, just got this out of. Still working along the wall. It opens up. Has like an Art Deco pattern on it. And yes, I hit it with my shovel. I will have to straighten it out and make amends. I don't know what it did. It hung on a chain. It opens. And it's old and it was in good condition. It's okay, it can be fixed. Here's this thing all cleaned up and straightened back up. You can see that's a mar from where I hit it with the shovel, but it is all restored again to its original shape. You see it probably had a little chain that attached there. It pops open really nicely. It's got a little keeper peg there. And now it's all reshaped. It fits on there. It's made out of like a thin copper, stamped copper. Maybe had brass or gold colored gilding on there at one time. And you can see that that space actually goes through there. So, not sure. Again, let me know what you think down below in the comments, and all guesses will be accepted for sure. And yeah, it was just deep and lost down in there, but it shows that things are way deep here. And then this is just sitting here on the surface. Look at that cute little perfume bottle. Thank you. Does it say on the bottom? Cutex. Wow. I think I see a spoon. I do. Coming out of the dirt. Just way out in the random field here. We have irises and walnut tree. And spoon by walnut tree. Okay. A cute little bottle just popped out. And just kind of moving this bottle dump around to see if we can get some signals to pop out of it. It's basically we're just working along the outside of the wall where everybody threw everything. So we shall see. I'm going to take that and check it just in case. Okay. I'll let you know. Okay. We are climbing back down and out. The sun has already gone down. There's the overall layout on the thing, on everything that we found for the quick wrap up, in case there's anything we missed, like other spoon parts and other pieces of lantern, the clock backs, all these buckles, which can be cleaned up. Everything iron that you see me find can be cleaned up to the same degree or even farther. So the worse the rust, the better the pitting. And I think that it looks really cool when it is all pitted out and then cleaned up like that. I mean, that's an obvious, that's funner to me than a brand new broken gun piece for sure, you know? So, I don't know. A couple of bottles, different O-rings and harmonica reeds and all of that. But other than that, I think that I have shown you all of the details. I had these laying down so that I could film, but you can see their hues a little bit. Now we'll just leave the little guys down. But yeah, nice kind of purple and a blue and all that. You can see the different shades of these. Each one has a different kind of tint of porcelain. Some of them have swirls to them in there. Some of them are very yellow, see-through porcelained out. And I have an ever-growing stack of those, and there are 2 glass ones. And I think that was everything. So thank you for joining me on this crazy dig, another crazy adventure up to one of the oldest sites around. We get to dig and touch some untouched history. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Everybody have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever's going on with you. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. And if you get the chance, take care of somebody else. There's a lot of them out there.